I go out to work in the morning, my office, I don't walk into an office and turn on the lights. I get to see the sunrise every day. The sunrise is coming over the hills, and I got to get up on the digger to start it up and warm it up. And I'm sitting there, and the smell you can smell the roots, and you can smell the different types of roots. That's one of my favorites.
Farming is a labor of love. It's not as easy as just putting a seed in the ground and hoping for the best. It takes hard work, dedicated hands, the right equipment, and a whole lot of patience. Our own valley has been growing a 100-year legacy right in our backyards. That legacy is Linwood Nursery.
We are, and they still are, the largest pecan nursery west of the Mississippi. Because there aren't very many, there's only a few other growing pecans. We got one of them right here, the 100-year. About 40 years of my life was in the nursery business, growing the trees, and to be able to say that we had help in making the West's oldest pecan nursery, we know that, over 100 years now. And my dad had been in nursery business for all his life. He finally got his own nursery. Linwood Nursery, the pecan growing nursery in Turlock, was available, so he bought that. Basically, that he just got started in the pecan business from that, because he'd always known nursery business. I had been a highway engineer, just basically did not want to go into the office, because at the time I was out in construction, being an outside person, so that's why I came up to the nursery, let him retire, liked what I did, so I just kept going. So we had the nursery over, I've been involved in the Linwood Nursery for 55 of the 100 years anyway, so.
Linwood Nursery would become a staple in the pecan industry and would build a reputation which resulted in their success. But it was time to pass the torch to someone who could carry on the quality and tradition that Linwood had begun so many years ago. And Gene had the perfect family in mind.
I was interested in retiring, so I started looking around for someone to buy Linwood Nurseries, because I had many customers lined up to be able to grow pecans for them, but I was going to have to double the size of the nursery I had, and being by myself, because my brother had already left, I didn't feel that I could do it. So I was looking for somebody that had a staff that would be able to do something like that. And being a small family business, I didn't want to just go to one of these big conglomerates and say, oh, here it is, because pecans is a specialty type thing. And Joel and Jason, the GreenTree nursery here, were a family-oriented company, and they had been trying to grow some pecans on a limited scale. And so when I kind of threw it out and asked if they would be interested, they said that they would be. So we kind of worked together. I kind of guaranteed them they could sell 10,000 trees with no problem, because I already had those sales, and they bought all of our contacts that we had also. And I believe that Jason told me afterwards, he said, why didn't you tell me I could have doubled that first year, because he sold everything out they had and had orders for more for the following year. So I know that it's done them very well.
Just neighboring Linwood, GreenTree Nursery was just getting started in the pecan growing business when approached by Gene to possibly carry on his pecan legacy with honesty, dedicated employees, and good old-fashioned hard work. GreenTree has kept Linwood's traditional values of being not just pecan growers, but pecan purists, all the while embracing new advancements in technology along the way to create their own technique, a technique that's one of a kind.
I do believe today, without really knowing, that we're probably the largest producer of pecan trees in the world. Sometimes you buy things, it's more work and not much profit. Well, this was kind of the opposite. It just, the demand just grew every year, and we have an excellent sales department, and it's just grown phenomenally. You don't have to be big to be good. Part of our philosophy is we don't want to get particularly bigger, we just want to get better. My son's taken over, and he's done very well, and he's going to do very well, and he operates different than I did, but it's the second generation. He's taken what his mother and I have done and improved on it and made it work. It's doing very well.
Dad made a change to probably let go a little bit more, and it was time. You know, he'll always be with us, and you know, he's, as he likes to call it, you know, he's our senior advisor. He has a wealth of knowledge and guidance for us still. I'm excited about the technology. It's come such a long ways. Back in the old days, you had somebody making rows by line of sight. Now you have GPS, can steer the tractor for you and keep it straight. And so the technology with the mechanization is coming a long ways, and that's exciting.
There's a demand for our product. I don't think there's anyone else that has a better experience than we do in growing a high quality product, including, you know, Linwood and pecans.
Looking towards the future of pecans here in the Central Valley, the traditions handed down by Gene and his family are exactly how Joel and Jason feel is the only way to do business. It's something they don't plan on changing.
Honesty covers everything from being honest with your employees, being honest with your customers, being honest with your bank. You've got to be honest to be successful. It's a great country. Opportunities are still there. I think that it's the only place in the world to be an entrepreneur.
One of the things I'm very, very proud of here at GreenTree Linwood Nursery is our team. I like to call them a team. Our budding team is phenomenal. We get a bud stand of 96% or even higher. The majority of everybody that's working here has been here 15 years or more. And it's just a blessing to have such a wonderful staff. They care and they're passionate about what they do, and it really shows. Our integrity that we have here, you know, I try to treat them with respect, and I'd love for them to say, wow, you know, this place really rocks. That's one of my legacies I want to leave with my children, is I want to leave them with an operation that's top-notch. They would step into this, and, you know, I'd love for them to say, Dad had a vision, and we're going to keep that going.